Welcome to your Gay Guide video vlog. I'm gonna share moments during my trips with you here. Gay Guide video vlog, so have fun with me! It's time to take you with me and show the insights of my trip to Berlin. If you didn't watch Gay Cruising in Berlin, there you will find all the guidance you need for a great holiday. Get on board! On this video, you will not only walk with me to have fun, but we will also walk into Berlin history and gay history to understand why the city is so unique. I arrived in Berlin for Berlin Pride and I'm a few steps away to be in my hotel. Last time I was in Berlin, it was a long time ago and I didn't remember the airport, but I'm so surprised. Everything is super modern. I think it's one of the best and most beautiful airports that I've been in Europe so far. I'm going to take the train, then going to the center, so I'm a few steps away to the Gay Pride in Berlin. How excited! So apparently I didn't have any difficulties to get the train. I just got this ticket, which was a single one, and now I am in the train waiting for it to go to the city center. Very easy, very comfy, the station is amazing. So modern airport, tick. Easy way to get out, tick. Good train station, tick. Modern trains, tick. So let's see for the rest. A friend from Brazil, also from Porto Alegre. She is hosting me for a few days and she's taking me to all the great places in Berlin. And she's also Alves, so when I present myself, I'm Carlos Alves. She's also Alves, but we are not brother and sisters. You probably saw that I was wearing a tank top with a pink triangle, and this has a lot of meaning. A pink triangle has been a symbol for the LGBTQ+ community, initially intended as a badge of shame, but later reappropriated as a positive symbol of self-identity. In Nazi Germany, in 1930s and 1940s, it began as one of the Nazi concentration camp badges, distinguishing those imprisoned because they had been identified by authorities as gay men or trans women. Prisoners wearing a pink triangle were harshly treated by most other prisoners. After the camps were liberated at the end of the Second World War, some of the prisoners imprisoned for homosexuality were reincarcerated by the Allied establishment Federal Republic of Germany, as the Nazi laws against homosexuality were not repealed there until 1969. For my first afternoon in Berlin, I met my friend Amanda and we went to see the sunset at Tempelhof, abandoned airport in Berlin, which is a very popular thing among people that live here. Berlin was one of the pioneer cities in the world to accept LGBTQ+ in the beginning of last century, and I will be telling you its history towards this video while I take you around. Oh, look how beautiful! Come here now, Amanda. Look. Why you look tall and you look... Because I'm taller than you too? Yeah, it's like maybe because I'm taller. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. If it's cold outside, I've got the one for me. Bye, Amanda! Yes, I guess you'd say what can make me feel this way, my girl. Talking about my girl, got so much honey, bees over me. Got a sweetest song, like the birds on the tree. After a long day, it's time to go back and sleep, because there is a cruising day waiting for us next. I took today to visit the cruising areas around Berlin with Daniel, who was my guide here. Bicycle. Okay. If you want to use a bicycle to go to the cruising places, don't forget when you get the train tickets, you need to get an extension for the bicycle, just as I showed you on the video. And like, you don't need to show it anywhere, but sometimes you get the guards on the trains, and if they find you without one of those tickets, you're going to get a huge fine. So we made it. We just got to the train station with the bicycles. We are going to the lake. This is again my guide from here. This is my bicycle. So we are going to stop in this little cafe here before starting our way to the lake to have a beer, to get a little bit fired up. And then we go and cycle. A lot of exercise. Why? What's the beer?
Let me try. No, there I can
Yeah.
So, roast, I would do it.
You do it?
You know how to do this in German, right?
Prost.
In Germany, you need to look in the eye.
Ah, yeah.
You know that?
You look in the eye.
Look in the eye of everybody.
Look in my eye.
Yeah. Prost, and then you...
Prost.
Wait. You are Prost.
I love beer. I just don't drink as much as I could. One of the things that I like about this place is that it reminds me the place that I come from. So I was very homesick before coming here. So here it's like you get the sensation of being back on your place, on the mountains. You have the same kind of style buildings and coffees and restaurants in the middle of the woods. So being here now really brings me back to when I was last time in Brazil, in my state. So it's a good sensation. It was just a little taste about the cruising, as I will have a dedicated video only about the cruising in Berlin. A lot of stories to tell, but you need to wait. If you want to check some of those cruisings, you can always go to Gay Cruising Berlin and check it there. The activity today was to visit the Jewish Museum with my friend Amanda and get to know more about the history in Berlin. Today, it's another day to discover Berlin history, and what I'm going to show you now is probably the most iconic symbols of the Cold War, the Berlin Wall. I just arrived at the Wall Memorial, where you still have the remains and the explanation how the Berlin Wall divided the two cities. Here is the memorial. You just get to the train station, and then you have a walk all along where you find those metal parts here. And you have an idea where the wall was and how high it was as well, which is quite high, to be honest. Like, it's very difficult to jump. It's not something easy. So you can get a little bit of the dimension of how it was before. After the World War II, Germany was divided into East and West, with Berlin in the heart of this tension. In 1961, the East German government built the Berlin Wall, turning the city into a symbol of division between the communist East and the capitalist West. The wall was more than just concrete and barbed wire. It was a physical and ideological barrier, stretching for about 27 miles and separating families, friends, and the entire nation.
So here you can see the remaining of one part of the wall. That's the other side of the wall. So probably there were like two. And one of the nice things about Berlin is when you're walking, and if you are walking in a place where the wall was dividing the two places, even though if the wall is not erected, you can still see the line on the road to show that over there the Berlin Wall was passing. To show that the Berlin Wall was passing there, which is super cool. We tried to take the lift and to go up the run to avoid the stairs, and it got stuck 3 times, like literally like stopped from the middle, and we were like, what the fuck, we're going to get stuck here. We managed to do 1 floor up, so now we got out from the lift and we're going to do the stairs. It was God telling us. So this is a remaining of how it looked before the wall went down. This is probably the controlling tower, where the guards would be there shooting people that try to cross. So the distance in between the two walls was quite a thing. I would say around 20 meters, 20 to 30 meters.
Checkpoint Charlie became one of the most famous crossing points between East and the West Berlin, a place of intense standoffs and daring escapes. Then, in 1989, after nearly 30 years, the wall fell. This moment marked the end of the Cold War and the beginning of a new era for Germany and the world.
I am the East Side Gallery. I'm going to show one of the most incredible and famous paintings on the Berlin Wall. But before going there, I'm just showing you this piece of Russian architecture that you see behind me.
Today, the Berlin Wall stands as a powerful reminder of a divided past and the incredible power of unity. If you're ever in Berlin, make sure to visit the Berlin Wall Memorial to feel the history first. You can also come here to the Berlin Wall Gallery, where you'll find one of the most incredible graphics in town on the remaining of the wall.
This is your gay guide in Schöneberg. This is the gay station, the train station where you have to exit when you are in the train. And here is where we start to explore Schöneberg, the gay neighborhood in Berlin. And for sure one of the most lively gay neighborhoods that you have in Europe since it's Pride Week. I was cycling where the Pride is going to be tomorrow, and it's so huge, it's going to be massive. Just like a part of me that you probably don't know yet. If you met me in one of those parties, probably you know, who knows, a lot of knows. So let's keep the camera rolling. Mwah! Come with me. Roll, roll.
In Berlin, people get annoyed if you film or take your camera, and that's the reason I don't have much videos about the clubs and my nights out.
I'm going to meet my second guest for this video, my little friend from Berlin, Fischer. I'm going to ring his door and we are going to show a little bit of pride for you today. And yeah, let's get into his house. It's my friend Fischer, who you don't know. Fischer is it's a very common surname in Brazil. Fischer.
Yeah, really? It's a common German name.
Yeah.
And also, I guess it's very international.
There is a famous mwah. We are going to Pride together. I will make more videos later.
Guys.
Fresh, directly from the fountain. Lily, what do you have to say?
Hello, I have actually a lot to say. Hold on. I was promised to have a bird from Brazil here, and I don't see any birds, so I'm actually really disappointed.
And her name is Lily.
Vamos a la playa.
Yeah, the name of the bird is Lily. Lily, where are you?
No, the name of the
Where
bird
is Lily?
is Rio.
Rio is the name of the bird. Lily, you are Lily.
Oui.
Ah,
Oh.
she's Lily
Why
and the
am I
bird is
speaking
Rio.
French?
I don't know. It's the tequila. Ah!
€1.
Happy Pride, everyone.
We're doing funds for
For
a
the birds in Rio. Ah!
No, lesbian birds in Rio.
I'm still standing for you guys. I'm still standing for you. Vem, 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 vem. This is the gay.
This is a bunch of people
It's time to say goodbye to this amazing trip to Berlin's history and a holiday with you. Berlin's LGBTQ+ history reflects resilience in the face of adversity, and its ongoing commitment to inclusivity and celebration of queer life fills up my heart with joy and happiness. Thank you for taking this trip with me. I will be back in town, but for now, XOXO, your gay guide.